I love everything that requires being a tight end. So whatever the team asks for me, I'll do it 100%. And I'm just glad we got the win tonight.
David, what did you see on your touchdown?
I saw it was one high, and the concept that we had was good for one high coverage. So Jacoby threw an amazing ball, came down with it, we scored. We got to just build off of it. So.
Can you just address how well Jacoby played? It just seems like he's getting really confident, really comfortable with you guys.
Absolutely. I mean, I believe our chemistry is building as each week goes by. So we got to just keep, working hard together, and we'll do great things, God willing.
Myles, how important was it to get this win after how Sunday ended, and then were you nervous at all that you guys wouldn't be able to bounce back as quickly as you did?
No, I never had a doubt in my mind. Knowing this team, like the guys who are on it, I know everybody was anxious to get back on that field and get that taste out of their mouth and play a complete football game, and that's what we did. Everybody did their job, and all the teams came together to make it a really special win.
And Myles, how about the fans tonight? You mentioned them last week. I'm sure have you a lot happier with the reception you got tonight.
I mean, this reception, I hope they get every night. I hope we all get every night. This is the kind of performance we're trying to put out, and whatever reaction we get or we produce from them, we're going to put our best foot forward. We're going to give 100% and play our best game.
Myles, what about the way the defense pulled together after last week, came out in the second half of this game, held them to 3 points, and just really, dominated pretty much the second half?
It was really, we've seen that a lot. We've really come out of the second half or the halftime and really shut guys down. But it was just about doing it in the fourth quarter for that second half, and I think that's where we took the next step tonight, where we really were on our P's and Q's and made sure that we didn't give up any leaky games or big plays. Everybody was communicating, and now that there was no mistakes on the front or on the back end, we're really able to hang with guys and get the ball back to the offense so they can put some points on the board.
Some said there's this defensive meeting, players only this week. Is that effective? Did it help things at all?
You tell me.
Looked like you. What'd you talk about?
Pretty girls and fast cars.
David, that 11-play drive with the Nick Chubb touchdown at the end where he dives over, you've talked about how much you've embraced blocking. Do you guys love when you can just run the ball over and over again down a team's throat?
Any positive plays we produce on offense, we love. So running, passing, whatever it takes to get those touchdowns, get those hard-earned yards is what we like to do and what we will do.
Joel was saying that maybe Michael Dunn will go to tight end you next year.
Yeah, we got to teach him a few things, but yeah, I think he can be a good tight end.
Myles, these Pittsburgh wins are so hard to come by. What do you think put you over the top in this game compared to other years where you came to this game and just couldn't get it done?
Just playing smart. A couple times we've been close and we've let down in the second half, or we tied because we had some penalties. Even though we had so many takeaways that game, it was really about playing smart and never letting up and being physical throughout the whole game. We had great play calling, and that communication really took us through, knowing that you could trust your man to do his job and be where he's supposed to be. And it was just executed very well with the game plan and the players out there.
Myles, I think you guys held into 1 of 8 on third down. What was the key to having so much success getting off the field in those situations?
Really just making Trubisky uncomfortable, trying to make him get the ball out of his hands a little bit sooner, and if he didn't, then send a little bit of heat his way. And I think it was pretty effective.
Myles, how hard was it to see AWOL go down like that, and then you talked about how well the defense finished, to be able to do it without him and JOK and Tatum?
A guy like that going down really likes a fire underneath you. So seeing him go down and that moment just it really showed us how fragile the game is for any one of us, and no rep is really guaranteed. So you got to go out there and give your all, and knowing that he was going to give his all regardless of the circumstance if he could have got up and continued playing. So we were just trying to play for him, and we'll continue to.
Jacob comes in for a walk, and he makes two big plays there late in the game, the sack and then the pass breakup on third down on their field goal drive. Just the way he's kind of grown over the last 3 games, and the way he stepped up in those moments. How big was that for him?
I think he's very talented as a player. He's a specimen physically and able to make plays all across the field. And him being able to communicate the defense and being where he's supposed to be. Him working on his coverage drops and just being a complete backer has really evolved this year, and he's really adapted more to the game. And really, you're seeing what he's been working on in the offseason and what we continue to work on each week. So I just love seeing him grow and develop and become this complete backer who's really showing out.
David, is this the kind of complete game you've been trying to put together for all this time you've been here? Just did you feel it's your career numbers,
I think there's always room to improve, personally and as a whole. So I'm gonna watch the tape, see what we can correct, and go from there.
Myles, do you think huddling on the defense really helped, with the communication today? The huddling, when you guys you seem like you're huddling a lot on defense. You think that really helped with the communication today?
I think we huddle a lot. I mean, regardless of the last 2 weeks, we do huddle a good amount, but it was really about communicating even when we're not huddling. Sometimes even when you're right next to a guy, you can't really hear when the stadium's rocking. But being able to look at your guy, he's echoing the call down the line, or D-line echoing to the corner next to him. It's really about just everybody getting the call, making sure the second and third time everyone's on the same page, and that's really what helped us be in the right spot where we need to be.
The offense had a lot of long drives. So we've asked the other guys this. You guys on offense had about 13 minutes more of possession. How helpful is that for you guys on defense? Keep your legs fresh, and the other team's offense isn't on the field as much, and there's less opportunities to score.
I mean, it's great, being able to go out, not as many as you'd want, because, you want to make plays, but also maximizing the time that you are out there. 45 plays, you're able to give 100% on. You're not really deteriorating. You don't have any bumps or bruises, and your stamina's not really dropping. But, when it goes to 60, 70, that's when, it starts to get subbing out, and, they start to change their game plan and start opening up the book. So them, taking care of time and possession really helps us, especially up front, knowing that we can get after them and start blitzing and switching things up, knowing that we're going to get the ball back to them pretty early, and they're going to take care of things.
Appreciate it, Joe.
Thank you.